Henry VIII, murderer of wives, close confidants, loyal subordinates, and 70,000 commoners, was also, by profession, the King of England. Yet he saw himself as a true Renaissance prince. Not only did he write poetry and patronize painters, but he also composed music. To this day, the song Greensleves is frequently attributed to him. As shown in the thumbnail of this video, even streaming platforms like Spotify credit him with the piece. He is also said to have composed Pastime with good company. But is that really true? Welcome back to Lemmy History. We regularly cover topics filled with violence on this channel, so I thought it would be fun to take a break and explore something lighter. And since the combination of Henry VIII and the word light struck me as amusing, I went with this topic. A quick note about the music. Naturally, I can only use copyright-free versions of these two songs. For Pastime with good company, I found a rendition performed in a historically accurate accent by the English department of a university in Munich. I've linked the original source in the description. I'll play a short 30-second excerpt at the end of the video. But now let's get to the topic. Was Henry VIII the composer of Greensleves? The idea arose because the lyrics seemed to align closely with his second wife, Anne Boleyn. However, the short answer is no, he wasn't. The song was composed in an Italian style that only became popular in England after Henry's death. During the reign of his daughter, Elizabeth I, Greensleves was already well known. The earliest recorded mention dates back to 1580, when it appeared in a directory at the London Stationers' Company, though the original printed version that led to this entry has been lost. 4 years later, the song was included in the collection A Handful of Pleasant Delights. By 1602, Greensleves had even found its way into Shakespeare's The Merry Wives of Windsor, where the character Mistress Ford references it twice without explanation, suggesting that audiences were already familiar with the song. In short, not only did Henry VIII not compose Greensleves, but he likely never even heard it. Elizabeth, on the other hand, would have known it well. There are two interpretations of the song's meaning. One view is that Lady Greensleves represents a sexually permissive young woman, possibly even a prostitute, hence the connection to Anne Boleyn. Alternatively, she could simply be a young woman in love, delighting in her emotions. It would be fascinating to know Elizabeth's thoughts on the matter, but unfortunately, no record of them exists. As for the song's true composer, that remains a mystery. This is partly because the melody and lyrics have drifted significantly apart over time. Countless variations emerged, each adapting the original tune in different ways. For example, Greensleves even became a popular Christmas carol, with lyrics translated into numerous languages. Peter Alexander, for instance, performed it as Christmas for the Whole World. The melody has also made its way into modern music. It appears in the final section of the Beatles' single All You Need Is Love, and has been covered by artists such as Leonard Cohen, the Scorpions, Vicky Leandros, Neil Young, and Elvis Presley. Even the TV series Sons of Anarchy incorporated it into its soundtrack, and the list goes on. While the true composer's name has been lost to history, they can take solace in the fact that their work has not only endured, but remains as popular as ever. That said, I suspect they would be less than pleased to see Henry VIII, of all people, mistakenly credited with their creation. This brings us back to the Tudor king and the second piece at the heart of this video, Pastime with Good Company. Also known as the King's Ballad, its authorship, as the name suggests, is not in question. Henry VIII genuinely composed this piece. I have to admit, Henry is far from a sympathetic historical figure in my eyes, but I really enjoy the melody. I can see why it continues to be used in films and TV series set in that era. He wrote the song just a few years after his coronation, meaning he was likely in his early 20s, or even younger. At the time, England was thriving, finances were stable, and the royal court regularly indulged in extravagant celebrations. The word exuberance is often used to describe this period. Interestingly, we actually have a recorded opinion from Henry's daughter, Elizabeth I, on this song. She counted it among her favourites. This is particularly notable given that Henry supposedly wrote it for his first wife, Catherine of Aragon. Even more remarkable is the fact that by the mid-16th VIII century, Pastime with Good Company had become one of the most popular songs in Scotland, showing that people were capable of separating art from the artist. And with that, I'll say goodbye. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your likes and subscriptions. Now, as promised,
Passt ihm with Good Company, I Luft anschauen und till I die Grutsch, Hulust, und nun die nie, so gut wie bläst, das Lied will I, for me pass ganz und sing and dance, me heart is set, all goodly sport, for me comfort, who shall me let.